What's up, lunatics? Welcome back to the channel. Today we're back out in the bait laboratory and we're gonna be making some Ned worms. I had someone hit me up and they wanted to buy some spinner baits, some Ned rigs, and some Ned worms. So this video is gonna be me making those Ned worms for the customer. They want a green pumpkin with a blue laminate. So that's what we're making today. I'm gonna make probably a couple extra runs of these. He wants 2 runs, which would be 16 baits. So I'm hoping I can get 4, and I'll probably do a giveaway with this video. And normally what I do with my giveaways is you know, the like, comment, and subscribe thing. And if you want the Ned worms, say I want those Ned worms, and if we have enough at the end of the video, we'll do the giveaway. And obviously at the end of the video, I will say for sure if we're doing the giveaway. So if you want to get in, make sure to stick around till the end of the video to figure out if you have the opportunity to win some of these Ned worms. I don't want to talk too soon because if I have any issues with it, I may not have enough plastic in order to get multiple runs done. So we're going to give it a go. We're going to have a little bit of black flake and blue flake in the green side, and then we're gonna have a little bit of black flake in the blue side of this Ned worm, so stay tuned. I think they're gonna turn out pretty cool. So let's get to making these Ned worms. All right, so this is what we're using today. We got our soft baits, crystal clear Plastisol in the soft formula. We got our Midwest Finesse dual mold right there, and then we got our blue glitter and our black glitter, and then we got our blue X2 soft baits colorant and watermelon brown X2 colorant from DoIt Molds. We might end up adding some brown into the green pumpkin side, but that's what we're working with right now. We're gonna kind of see how things go and see if we got to make any adjustments as we're making it all. Okay, so the first color we're gonna do is we're gonna do our green pumpkin side. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take 12 drops of the watermelon brown X2 colorant, which is right here. 12, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Then the next thing that we are going to do is a 1/4 teaspoon of our black flake, which is right here. And I'm going based off some recipes that I've done in the past. So that's why I'm not cooking this first. I am gonna mix up my colors first, go a little bit different than usual. And then I'm gonna take my blue flake, and I'm just doing a little bit. I'm just gonna do a tiny, maybe like 1/8 of a teaspoon, just to give it a little bit of some blue to kind of match that blue side a little bit, to draw some of that into the green side. I think it's gonna turn out pretty cool. So we are going to stir this up now. And we gotta make sure that green comes through. There it is, it's starting to pop up a little bit. And then the color is gonna change a lot once we get everything going, and potentially I might have to add some green, but I think we should be good. I've done this color in the past. I'm just substituting that blue in to my mixture. And then the next thing that we're gonna do is our blue side. And what we are going to do is 10 drops of DoIt blue. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then we're going to take our black again, and we are going to do a 1/4 teaspoon, just like that. And then what I'm going to do also is add just a little bit of blue pearl. I've done a blue color in the past for someone, and adding just a tiny bit of this blue pearl really kind of made that color pretty cool. So I'm going to add just a little bit in, just that much, and kind of see how we end up here. I'm gonna stir this side in as well. I like to break up some of that blue, that pearl, when you get it in there, because if you don't, sometimes it ends up kind of flying away, because I have a fan blowing in order to keep these fumes away once you start cooking this stuff up. But I'm thinking that this color is gonna kind of be pretty cool. I can see that green side has that nice green pumpkin brownish color, and this is like a nice rich blue. So I think that it's gonna laminate pretty well. Sometimes when you have those powders mixed in on one side and not on the other, you can sometimes have some issues, but hopefully we end up pretty good. But I'm gonna get these into the microwave and get to cooking. So we'll check back in once this Plastisol is good to go. I decided to show you guys how I like to get my dual injectors ready to go while this plastic is getting warmed up in the microwave. So what I like to do is take some worm oil, just regular worm oil, and I'm gonna squirt a little bit into my injectors. Doesn't take a lot, just a little bit, and I just like to lubricate it. And all you gotta do is go back and forth a few times. You'll feel that oil start to loosen everything up, and this is gonna help me to draw up my plastic into the injectors better than I would have if I didn't lube it up ahead of time. So just take a little bit of worm oil, put it into the nozzles here, and just start moving it around. You'll feel everything loosen up, and now this thing's good to go. So our Plastisol's been in for a while. Just stirred it up so we can get a better idea on the temp. 324 and 312. Let's stir it up a little bit. 337. Stir this up. Okay, so they're right around where they should be. I'm gonna put them back in for 30 seconds just to get that heat to go back up a little bit more, because you wanna get them up to 350 before you start to pour anything, because that's once the basically that chemical reaction gets all the plastic to the right temperature in order to make sure that it solidifies correctly. So put it in and we'll start it. We'll just go with another 30 seconds. So we'll get these out here in a second and we'll start pouring. Okay, so I just took these out of the microwave and I'm gonna let them sit for a little bit because I know that they're a little bit hotter than I want them to be for me to actually pour these laminate baits. So I'm gonna let them cool down a little bit before, while continually stirring it, so that way the baits or the plastic gets cool all the way down through, and then I will start to pour everything. But as you can see right here, I got the blending block ready to go, my dual injector off to the side over here, and then we'll check the temperatures here in a second, and then we will get to pouring. So let's make sure we don't mess up our colors. Okay. All right. Check our temperatures. 315, 317, 316. So they're pretty close, which is what you want when you're pouring laminates. So I think we're gonna go for it. We're gonna stick our injector in, suck up that plastic, and then we're gonna go over to the blending block just like so. And then it's time to do the same old, even pressure down. Hold the pressure. Hold that pressure. And then we are going to top off our sprue, just like that. And then we're gonna replace the plastic that's left in our injectors, and then we're gonna let everything cool down and we'll check them out here in a second. All right, let's check to see how this first run of baits went. Got to get our clamps off, and then we're gonna open up our mold. I'm gonna take one of these little knives over here to kind of pop it open right here. Hopefully it turned out good, and it did. I have some nice looking laminate Ned worms. There's the example right there. Pretty cool looking color. All right, cool. They laminated pretty good. Put these in the bath. We'll get going on the next ones. All right, so we're ready for our next run of baits. We're gonna suck up our plastic, and then we're gonna come over to our blending block, and then as always, even pressure on down. Hold when you feel that pressure. That's one thing you want to make sure of, is you don't want to keep squeezing hard once you feel that pressure kind of come up against your injector, because that means you filled up your mold, and if you go too hard once it's full, you're going to end up having some flashing and stuff like that, which you don't want. So what we're going to do now is top off our sprue. All right, and we're going to lift off and then put the extra back in. And we definitely going to have some extra worms available for you guys to do your thing on the giveaway. So as usual, make sure you comment, I want those Ned worms. Let me know that you want them. Subscribe to my channel and like this video. So do those three things. Make sure you subscribe to my channel, say I want those Ned worms, and like this video to get entered in. All right, so we're gonna see how this second run of baits turned out. Let's get these clamps off, open up our mold, and see how things turned out. So far, they're looking pretty solid. Yep, there we go. We got a nice little laminate green pumpkin with some blue in it. Just like we're looking for. Pretty cool. Let's get it going on another run of baits. Okay, so we are ready for run number 3 of these Ned worms. So I'm gonna suck up our Plastisol again, and then we're gonna go over to our mold and the even pressure down as always. Got the pressure from the mold coming back at me. Gonna hold that pressure. Just keep holding it. And then we are going to top off our sprue. Just like so. Put the extra back in. And don't forget, these are the giveaway baits right now. We're making them. All right, and then we just gotta wait for them to solidify. Okay, so it's time to take these out of the mold. And let's open up our mold. Check out our baits, see if they laminated good. Hopefully they did. And it looks like they did. Yep, pretty good. Nice looking laminate. Green pumpkin on one side, blue on the other side. Pretty cool looking baits, I'm not gonna lie. Okay, so we're gonna do some bonus baits. We got our Ned worms right here, and then we got a fluke mold right here, 5-inch fluke mold. I literally just got this. It is called the Wutzit from DoIt Molds. This is a DoIt Molds Wutzit mold right here with a forktail. And then so we're gonna pour up these Ned worms, and then we're gonna pour up these soft jerk baits. So let's get our dual injector, and we're gonna suck up our plastic just like so. I'm gonna suck it up as much as I can because I got 2 of these molds to go. So we're gonna go even pressure down as always. Hold that pressure. And then we're gonna come over to the fluke mold, and I have no idea how these are gonna laminate, so we're just going for it. And they're gonna be in the giveaway as well. Top off the sprue here. We're gonna come over to the Wutzit, even pressure down, hold that pressure, hold that pressure, and then we're gonna top off the sprue on that. Come over here, top off our Ned worms again, top off our jerk baits, and then we're going to put the extra back in. Okay, so we're gonna open up our molds, check out our baits. We're gonna start off with the Ned worms. Open up that mold, check them out, and they turned out good, just like the rest of them. Put those in the bath, and then we're gonna open up our jerk baits. I have no idea what these are gonna look like, so we're gonna see. And they actually kind of turned out a little bit cool. You can tell that they wanted to laminate a little bit, but they didn't. This is the first pour, so you can see that they're a little bit dingy because there must have been dust or something in there. But we definitely kind of have like a blue top with that green pumpkin bottom. The green pumpkin and the blue kind of bled together a little bit, but that's okay. We'll throw these in the bath, and then we'll get to going on our last set. I'm gonna do another set of baits with the Wutzit mold. Okay, so in this pour, we're gonna do a little bit of an experiment. Last time I did it, we had our blending block that direction. This time I'm gonna do it vertically along with the mold just to see what kind of an effect it makes on these baits. So what we're gonna do is gonna get our dual injector set up, and we are gonna suck up our plastic just like so. We're gonna go over to our blending block, and then we're gonna give ourselves that even pressure on down. Hold that pressure when you feel it, just like so. Then we're gonna top off our sprue, just like so. Probably gonna do it again one more time just to play it safe, just like that. Okay, and then put the extra back in. Okay, so it's time to check out our last run of baits, and if you remember, I did pour these with my blending block in a different direction than I did the first time, so we might have a different effect. So we'll just have to see. We're gonna open up our mold here. and check out these jerk baits. Kind of a interesting color on the jerk baits, but it's what I had going, so I figured why not make some interesting looking jerk baits. And they didn't laminate very good, so I definitely would do the other direction if I'm going to laminate going forward. But here's what we got. We got kind of like a little bit of blue in that one, a lot of blue in that one, and then it's almost like we got one side blue. Yeah, so that direction is definitely not the direction we want to go when we're making these baits, but nonetheless, kind of a interesting effect. Bright blue jerk bait. Cool. Well, I'll check in with you guys here in a second once I get these all organized. Okay, so there we have all of our Ned worms right there, along with our soft plastic jerk baits and the other set of Ned worms as well. I think these turned out pretty good, especially the Ned worms. It's kind of a funky color for soft plastic jerk baits. Just the green pumpkin would have been fine, but adding that blue in is a little bit funky, but that's what I had going for this order, so I just went with it. But someone's gonna win 16 of these Ned worms and all those jerk baits. So just remember, all you gotta do to get entered in the giveaway is like the video, comment I want those Ned worms, and subscribe to my channel. I know I've shown the Midwest Finesse Ned worm mold already before, but this is the 5-inch Wutzit Forktail soft plastic jerk bait mold by DoIt Molds. It's the mold I was using when I was making those jerk baits just a minute ago. Pretty cool mold. Those were literally the first 2 runs of baits out of this mold. I'm looking forward to making more. Well, that's gonna do it for today's video. I really appreciate you guys watching, and good luck in the giveaway, by the way. Just a reminder, all you gotta do is like the video, comment I want those Ned worms, and subscribe to my channel to get entered in to win the Ned worms and the jerk baits. But I really appreciate you guys watching along and watching me make these baits today. Hopefully you can take that recipe and apply it to your own bait making, or just copy exactly what I did. Maybe get some of these molds in order to do the baits that I made today yourself. Obviously, if you have any questions, make sure to comment down below. If you just have any feedback for me, I'd really appreciate you guys saying so in the comments. But again, thanks for watching today's video. Good luck in the giveaway. And if you're not interested in the giveaway but you like the content, make sure to like, subscribe, and I'd love it if you are new to my channel, you throw down a comment, hey, I just subbed, so I can thank you. Really appreciate all the growth lately. The last couple giveaways have done really, really well, so hopefully this one does well as well. But again, thanks for watching. I'll see you guys next time. Later.